Hi everyone, welcome to Numeric Learning. So today we are in day 20 of Do Math with me. So this is a daily practice series wherein you will be taking your notebook and solving questions with me. So far in the past 19 days or so we have completed and we have practiced a lot of questions from the chapter 1 which is real numbers and chapter 2 which is polynomials. And in probably a couple of days or just 1 or 2 days we will be starting the third unit, which is pair of linear equations and two variables. So today we have got in day 20 we have got questions from chapter 1 and chapter 2. Let's get started. I would recommend that you pause the video, take your notebook, write the question and solve it before me, and then you play the video and see if the answer is matching. So let's get started. The first question for the day is: a rectangular courtyard is 18 meter 72 centimeter long and 13 meter 20 centimeter broad. So it's a rectangular courtyard. It is to be paved with square tiles of the same size. You have to pave, okay, entirely cover it with square tiles of the same size. Find the least possible number of such tiles. First of all, the minute you get such word problems, this problem is related to LCM and HCF of chapter 1. Let's write what is the length. Okay, the length of the courtyard. So, the length of the courtyard is given as 18 meter 72 centimeter. Let's convert it into centimeters. So, 18 multiplied by 100, which is 1800 centimeter plus 72. This will give you answer in centimeters. So 1872 centimeter, right? And then what is the breadth of the courtyard? It is 13 meter 20 centimeter. So I'm going to write it directly: 1300 plus 20, which is 1320 centimeters. Now, the tile you need to know what is the size of the tile, right? What is the size of each tile that you need, right? So in order to know the size of the tile, what can you think of is, can the size of one single square tile, can it be greater than 1872 or 1320? It cannot be, because this is the total length and breadth of the courtyard. And if you know the length and breadth of the courtyard, then the length of the side of each square tile is definitely going to be a value lesser than the given values. So these two are the given values. You have to calculate the side. What is the length of the side of what is the length of the square tile, right? Square means all the four sides will be of the same length. So what is the length of the square tile? Obviously, the length of the square tile, that will be a value which will be lesser than the given value. So let me write that: the area of the square tile, okay, or the size of the square tile or the length of the square tile is always a value which is lesser than the area of the courtyard which is given to us. So whenever the required answer is less than the given data, then you have to go for HCF. Let's take the HCF of 1872 and 1320. So this will give you the length of the side length. What is the length of each of the square tile? It will give you the length of the side, that is S. And later on you can calculate the area of the square tile using the formula side square. So let's calculate the HCF. First of all, let us do the prime factorization of 1872. So 1872, start with the smallest prime number 2. So 2 9s are 18, 2 3s are 6, 2 6 are 12. Again 2. So 2 4s are 8, 2 6 are 12, 2 8s are 16. Again 2, 2 2s are 4. And then again 2, 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2, 2 7s are 14. Right? And then what can we do? 3 3 3s are 9, 27. 3 9s are 27. Again 3, 13. And there it stops. So the prime factorization of 1872 is nothing but 2 to the power 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 to the power 4 multiplied by 3 square multiplied by 13. This is the prime factorization of the first number. For the second number, which is your 1320, so start with 2, 2 6 are 12, 2 6 are 12, 0, again 2, 2, 3, 3, 0, again 2, 2 1s are 2, 2 6 are 12, and 2 5s are 10, again 3, 3 5s are 15, 3 5s are 15, and then 5 and 11. 11 is a prime number. So 1320, you can write it as 2 cube multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 11. Right? So I'm going to add, say, 5 to the power 0, 11 to the power 0, and here I will add 13 to the power 0. And for HCF, you will be taking the lowest power of each of the prime factors. So for the HCF will be, for 2, what is the lowest power? It is 2 cube. For 3, what is the lowest power? 3. For 5, the lowest power is 5 to the power 0. For 11, 11 to the power 0. And for 13, 13 to the power 0. Right? So it is nothing but 8 multiplied by 3, which is nothing but 24. So whatever the unit is for the HCF that you're calculating, these two, what is the unit? It is centimeter. Therefore, the value of HCF will also be centimeter. And this is nothing but the length of the, what is this? 24 centimeter. It is the length of the side of a square tile. Okay. Therefore, what will be the area of the square tile? Area of anything square will be equal to side square, S square, which is nothing but 24 the whole square. Right? So let it be. What will be the area of the courtyard? It will be L into B, length into breadth. So 1872 multiplied by 1320. Now if you divide the area of the courtyard divided by area of a single square tile, you will get the number of tiles required. So therefore, the number of square tiles required is equal to 1872 multiplied by 1320 divided by 24 multiplied by 24. So how much you get? So let's cancel. So 2 12, 2 6 are 12, again 60, and again 12, 5s are 60, and then again 5. Okay, so here also you can get, say, 2 12, 2 9s are 18, 2 4s, 2 3s are 6, and then 2 6. So 12 you can divide 936 divided by 12. 7 14 4 84, and then it will be 96 8, which is 6 1. So you will get 78. So you will be getting 78. So 12 78. 78 multiplied by 55 should be your answer. So let's do it. What is 78 multiplied by 50? All this you will have to do it in the rough side. Okay, everything, all of these. 40 04 35 36 30 39 09 4290 is what I'm getting. So the number of tiles that is required is 4290. This is the number of tiles that you need. This is what is asked. Okay, that's all. So whatever is given, first of all, write what is the length and breadth, and then convert it into centimeters. And then you should know why are we calculating HCF, because if you know the length of the side of a square tile, you have to find the least possible number of tiles needed. and all the square tiles will be of the same size. So the length of the square tile will definitely be a value which is lesser than the length of the courtyard. And whenever the answer that you need is lesser than the value which is given to you, then you have to go for HCF. When you calculate the HCF of the length and breadth, you will get the length of a single square tile. And then you can calculate the area by using side square formula, and area of the courtyard is rectangular in shape, so its length into breadth. If you divide the area of the courtyard divided by area of a square tile, you will get the number of tiles required. So the number of tiles required in this case is 4290. I hope you understood. Do try it yourself and let me know if you have any questions. Now, moving on to the second question. If minus 4 is a 0 of the polynomial, you are given a polynomial x square minus x minus of 2k plus 2, then find k. So, first of all, let us write what is the given polynomial. So, let p of x be x square minus x minus of 2k plus 2. Now, since minus 4 is given as the 0 of the given polynomial p of x, therefore p of minus 4 equal to 0. So just substitute in place of x, you have to substitute minus 4. Minus 4 the whole square, minus of, instead of x, I'll write a minus 4, minus of 2k plus 2 equal to 0. So 16 plus 4 minus 2k minus 2 equal to 0. So what is it? 20 minus 2, which is 18 minus 2k equal to 0, or 2k equal to 18, or k, okay, 2k, k is equal to 18 divided by 2, which is 9. You have to find the value of k. Therefore, k is equal to 9 is your answer. So whenever you are given a 0, even with one single 0, what does it mean? 0 is, it is that value of x which is making the polynomial 0. So you can make use of this. P of whatever 0 you are getting, that is equal to 0. Okay. It could be any value. Whatever value you are given, you can follow the same thing. So k is equal to 9 is our final answer. Do try it yourself and verify your answer. Next question. If 1, 0 of a quadratic polynomial, you are given a quadratic polynomial of degree 2. If 1, 0 of this polynomial is negative of the other, then find the value of k. Again, always start by writing what is given. Let your polynomial be 2x square minus 6kx plus 6x minus 7. What I'll do is I'll write it off the form ax square plus bx plus c. So 2x square plus, I'll write 6 minus 6k, I'll take x common out, minus 7. Okay, so what is given here? If one of the 0 is alpha, the other 0 is given as, if one 0 is negative of the other. So if one 0 is alpha, the other one will be negative of alpha. So minus alpha. Right? Now, you have to find the value of k. Again, where is your k present? So this is of the form ax square plus bx plus c. Where is the k term present? K term is present in b, isn't it? So b by a. So if you see your sum and product of the 0, where does your b come? B comes in sum of the zeros. So you should write, we know that sum of the zeros, the formula is alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. One 0 is alpha, the other 0 is minus alpha, equal to minus of, what is b here? 6 minus 6k. Whole divided by a is 2. So this is nothing but alpha minus alpha is equal to minus of 6 plus 6k divided by 2. So alpha gets cancelled. This is 0. And then when you cross multiply, 0 multiplied by 2, it will become 0. So 0 is equal to minus 6 plus 6k, or 6k equal to 6, or k equal to 1. Therefore, k is equal to 1 is your final answer. Let me know if you are also getting the same. K equal to 1 is your final answer. Right? You should know which one to apply. Is it the sum or is it the product of the zeros? Now, let's move on to the next question. If the zeros of the quadratic polynomial, what is the quadratic polynomial given? P of x equal to ax square plus x plus a. You are given a polynomial. You have to find if you are also given if the zeros are equal. If the zeros of this polynomial are equal, then find a. What does it mean? If one zero is alpha, the other zero is also alpha. So you are given that the zeros are equal, same, right? So what is the sum of the zeros? Which is alpha plus, instead of beta, I'm again going to write alpha minus b by a. What is minus? B is nothing but 1, right? The coefficient of x. By what is a? A is again a. So you have 2 alpha equal to minus 1 by a, or you can write a is equal to minus 1 by 2 alpha, right? What is the product of the zeros? So you have alpha multiplied by alpha is equal to c by a. What is c here? C is also a is also a itself. So you have a by a. So alpha square equal to 1. When you take the square root, always remember to write a plus or minus square root of 1. That is nothing but plus or minus 1. So alpha is nothing but plus or minus 1. So you have two scenarios. You have to calculate the value of a. So if your alpha is equal to plus 1, what will be the value of a? And if alpha is minus 1, what will be the value of a? So a is equal to minus 1 divided by 2 into 1, which is nothing but a will be minus 1 by 2. In the case wherein alpha is equal to minus 1, a is equal to minus 1 by 2 into alpha is minus 1. So a is equal to minus minus gets cancelled, it will be 1 by 2. So a, what will be the value of a? A will either be minus 1. Okay, so therefore your answer is either plus or minus 1 by 2 is the value of a. Right? There we go. That's your answer. So it's a very easy question. Just that you should know what is given, that you'll have to understand and put correctly. Okay. So in the previous question, we saw that you were given that 1 0 is the negative of the other. So if 1 0 is alpha, negative of alpha is minus alpha. Here what is given? If the zeros are equal. So if 1 0 is alpha, the other one is also alpha. And then you should know the formula. Alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. Alpha beta equal to c by a. This is the formula that you should know. Apart from these two, I think everything else is easy. Now let's move on to the fifth question. If a plus b plus c, that is the sum of the coefficients, is 0, then find the 0 of the polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. Let's write the same thing, that is, let p of x equal to ax square plus bx plus c. You are given that a plus b plus c is equal to 0. And you have to find the 0 of the polynomial. So what is that value of x that you can put so that you'll be getting a plus b plus c? So if you put x is equal to 1, what will you get? P of 1 will be equal to a into 1 square plus b into 1 plus c, which is nothing but a plus b plus c, and this is given as 0. It's already given. given in the question. Therefore, x is equal to 1 is the 0 of the polynomial p of x. That's all. Okay. So it's a very easy question, just that I am elaborately doing it. But if such questions come, you should be able to do it within a minute or two. Let's move on to the next question. If the product of the zeros of a polynomial x square minus 3ax plus 2a square minus 1 is 7, you are given the product of the zero, that is alpha into beta. Then find a. Again, a very, very easy question. Let's start by writing what is the polynomial. So let your p of x be x square minus 3ax plus 2a square minus 1. So what is your coefficient? Your a is nothing but 1. What is your b? The coefficient of x, that is minus 3a. And what is your c? 2a square minus 1. You are given that product of the zeros is equal to 7. That is alpha beta is equal to 7. What is alpha beta formula? Alpha beta equal to c by a equal to 7. What is c? 2a square minus 1 by 1 equal to 7. So what do you get? 2a square minus 1 equal to cross multiply 7. So you have 2a square equal to plus minus 1 will go to the other side. It will become plus 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. A square equal to 8 by 2, which is 4. A is equal to plus or minus square root of 4, which is nothing but plus or minus 2. So A can either be 2 or A can be minus 2. Either ways it is possible. Okay, I hope you understood. So these are very, very good questions that are in your second chapter, polynomials. So you have to practice it more. Okay, sum of the zeros equal to, what is it? Alpha plus beta equal to minus b by a. And the product of the zeros, alpha beta equal to c by a. Very important formula. If you know the sum of the zeros and product of the zeros, you can write the quadratic polynomial k multiplied by x square minus sx plus p. What more is there? That's all is there, isn't it? And then you'll have to know what one of the derived identity. Alpha square plus beta square equal to alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha beta. That's all is there. I think the more you practice, you will definitely get stronger at it. Let me know if you have any questions at all, and if you find this video useful, do like, do share, and please do not forget to subscribe. Do follow this series of Do Math with me, and look forward to all your support. Happy learning. Thank you. Also, do join my live session every Sunday from 6 to 7 p.m. IST, and let us solve questions from, we'll do live interactive session. We'll solve problems from polynomials and real numbers, or we'll probably have a full chapter revision of chapter 1 or 2. Okay, but do join Sunday 6 to 7 p.m. Thank you so much.